Welcome back, fellow undead. If you've been following my journey, you know I've battled my way through the haunting world of Dark Souls 1, facing off against some of the toughest bosses, exploring its treacherous landscapes, and slowly unraveling its mysterious lore. But the story doesn't end with Gwyn. Today we are diving into the dark and twisted depths of the Artorias of the Abyss DLC, where new challenges and horrors await. From the cursed streets of Ulusil to the towering presence of Manus, the father of the Abyss, this expansion takes everything we've learned so far and pushes it to the limit. So, grab your Estus flask, sharpen your blade, and join me as we face the true darkness of Ulusil. Let's get started. I decided to level up first before venturing into Ulusil. I used some of the boss's souls, because I knew I wouldn't craft weapons with them. At level 89, I touched this weird floating glowing orb and got abducted by this Hermes Mora looking ass hand. I think my 15 Zweihander was a bit overpowered for the Sanctuary Garden. Also, how did this thing even came to be?
Whoa, that's what I call a garden.
Talking to Elizabeth gave me a new main quest, Save Princess Dusk once again. Here we also discover from Elizabeth that we actually traveled back in time. Very neat.
Why are you running?
Oh, shit!
Fucking meow!
Did you happen across Knight Artorias, the legendary abyss walker from the old tales? Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
Why so serious?
With an elevator shortcut unlocked, I kindled the nearest bonfire twice and got ready to face the legendary Artorias. I absolutely adore the introduction to Artorias. The moment he jumps in to kill the corrupted resident of Ulusil, despite his severely injured left arm, his good swinging arm, shows his unwavering dedication to his duty. Even though his dialogue was cut from the game, you can sense that he recognizes you as a non-threat and tries to warn you, only to be consumed by the abyss and transformed into a feral monster. I also adore the fight with Artorias. His moveset is interesting and challenging at times, and the longer the fight lasts, the stronger he gets. I kind of regret I beat him first try, although he was very close to killing me at one point. I guess I was really just overpowered for the DLC, which I didn't expect, but what can you do? Next up was Ulusil Township. I have to say, I don't like the Ulusil folk at all, especially these ladies. I like to think that the screams you hear from time to time in this area are actually residents that aren't corrupted and they are found by the corrupted ones. It's my personal headcanon. You could say that the residents are pretty evil.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Next up, Chasm of the Abyss. I really dig the area. The humanity spirits are unique enemies, it is easy to traverse, the eeriness fits the Abyss lore very well. Before fighting Manus, I saved Sif as I should, and I also wanted to summon him for the boss fight. I think I got really lucky during the fight with Manus because he didn't really cast any spells, only once, so I didn't have to use the silver pendant, which thank God for that because I don't like that item.
Leave that little guy alone. The fuck is you gonna do if I don't?
Beat him first try, overall a solid, well-designed fight.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Rescued Princess Dusk once again and then talked to Elizabeth.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself.
I find this piece of dialogue from Elizabeth really interesting because it was actually you, the chosen undead, who defeated Manus and not Artorius because he obviously failed, and she just keeps it a secret so the legend of Artorius may live on. You're basically the savior whose greatness will be remembered, but name not known. Now it was time for my final challenge, Black Dragon Calamite. After seeing Calamite flying around, I asked Goth if he could shoot him down for me, and he said, I bet. When I was looking up how to get to Calamite, I noticed that he drops a really good greatsword if you sever his tail, so I went into the fight with that in mind. The fight itself is not hard, but the opportunity window for severing his tail is so short, and that is what's difficult about this fight when you want the greatsword. And when I was so close to killing him, something unbelievable happened. And with 2 more blows, Calamite is defeated, and thus the DLC is completed. And there we have it, the Artorius of the Abyss DLC. What a ride! From facing the legendary Artorius himself to delving into the darkest corners of Ulasil and finally conquering Manus and Calamite, this journey has been a true test of skill, patience and perseverance. Each boss had its unique challenges, but they also revealed deeper layers of lore that expanded the already vast and haunting world of Dark Souls. Artorius' fall to the Abyss was especially memorable. His tragic story, trying to fight the corruption while knowing he was losing, was heart-wrenching, and it made the battle feel even more impactful. I can't help but appreciate how much care went to his character design, his moveset, lore, even if I was a bit overpowered when we finally faced off. The final fight with Manus was also something else. His brutal and relentless attack patterns, combined with the Abyss's eerie atmosphere, made for one of the most intense battles in the game. Having Sif by my side after saving her earlier was an emotional touch that really tied everything together. And of course, there was Calamite. After hours of trying and failing to cut off his tail for that elusive greatsword, I had to make a decision: keep trying for the weapon or finish him off. Ultimately, I chose victory, and what a sweet victory it was. This DLC truly pushed my understanding of Dark Souls to the next level, not just in terms of combat, but also in how it explores themes of legacy, sacrifice, and the inevitable corruption of even the greatest heroes. It reminded me why I fell in love with this game in the first place: the depth of the world, the complexity of its characters, and the sense of accomplishment after each hard-fought battle. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the entirety of Dark Souls 1, one of the most beloved expansions of the Souls series. If you enjoyed watching me struggle, laugh, and eventually triumph, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more. Next up, who knows, maybe we'll tackle another Souls game or take on a different challenge entirely. But for now, let's bask in the glow of victory. Until next time, stay strong, fellow undead, and may thy flames guide you on your way. Cheers, bye.